So I am done with the ruling class of career politicians in Washington, all of them. They are willing to sink America as long as they can keep their cushy Washington jobs while entrenching and enriching their multi-millionaire lobbyist buddies. These rhino senators know America is hungry for America First Trump-inspired candidates to go to Washington to help drain the swamp. It is why they come out with nonsense like this. In an article for The Hill, John Cornyn, my senator here in Texas, declared the GOP should perform well in November, providing the party doesn't, quote, screw up the primaries. South Dakota's John Thune. There are, quote, some very contentious competitive primaries and in states, swing states, and in a general election where you've got to have good candidates. What both of these entrenched senators are saying, don't send real conservatives to Washington. Don't send patriots willing to breathe fire and upend the establishment's gravy train. They are telling voters, don't vote for America First candidates. That, folks, is very bad advice. Someone I know who agrees with me is former White House advisor in the Trump administration and host of the Gorka Reality Check here on Newsmax. Sebastian Gorka is with us. Dr. G, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Grant.
So I don't even think that these senators are out of touch, because that's easy to say. Dr. G, I think they just don't want business as usual in Washington to change, and they're afraid of candidates that will call them out, even from on the Republican side.
So for those who don't live in the wretched sewer, the cesspit that is Washington, D.C., will you permit me, Grant, to translate the language that was used in that statement from that senator?
Please, I would love for you to.
So when they say a contentious primary or contentious primaries, you've got to put that through the swamp decoder. You've got to get your magic decoder ring out. What that really means is we are being challenged by people who aren't swamp creatures and we don't like it. That's what contentious primaries mean, because they want the gravy train. You're right. They want to behave the way they've behaved for 20, 30, 40 years, which is to talk a big game and then under the table to be playing footsie with the Democrats and say, hey, don't worry, we'll vote for your bills. Just make sure that you don't get rid of me and I get a nice article in the Washington Post. That's what it means. This year, we have to flood the zone with MAGA primary candidates. So these cowards, these non-men don't get a chance and are swept away.
Yeah. You know, I tell a story every now and then. I ran for Congress in 2011 against an entrenched Republican here in Congress, a guy that managed to double his net worth during the worst recession we had ever seen after 2008. How does that happen when you're a congressman? The establishment came after me, Dr. G, like you would not believe. And that was in 2011. They were so afraid of guys like us. Now with President Trump on the scene, they're really afraid of the others out there picking up the slack. How important is it that we put these conservative candidates back in office up there?
It's crucial. I find it amusing that an immigrant, a legal immigrant to the United States, has to remind those born here that in 2016, Grant, we did something stunning. For the first time in American history, we chose somebody who wasn't from the swamp. From Washington to Obama, every single president was a senator, a congressman, a former governor, or a retired general. In 2016, the American people said, no, we don't want swamp creatures. That's exactly what we need everywhere right now, whether it's the Elon Musks of the world, or whether it's Donald Trump. We need people who aren't politicians, but who love America, freedom of speech, and free markets. And that's why these people are running scared. And that's why we need Donald Trump back in the White House.
Let me ask you real quick before I let you go, because you are of Hungarian descent, now here in American, and we love it that you're here with us. Hungary just came out and said, you know what? They do not agree with the European Union that we should do a total embargo on Russian oil. Now, it seems to me like Hungary is a good conservative country. What's going on there, Dr. G, if you can pretty quickly?
Yeah, it's a little bit complicated. So a couple of huge factors. There's only one nuclear power plant in Hungary, in Paks. they depend really disproportionately on Russian gas. And secondly, there is a sizable, and I mean hundreds of thousands of ethnic Hungarians who live in Ukraine, and they don't want to become targets. They don't want to create problems for those ethnic Hungarians in Ukraine. So Orban, who I'm not a huge fan of, but he is a conservative when it comes to stopping the EU. He's walking a very delicate tightrope right now, Grant.
All right. I appreciate the insight on that because it does get complicated. And lastly, let me just throw up one little social media post to give you a big congratulations. My friend Dr. G has lost 22 pounds, and he is no longer a double XL for 20 years.
Look at this.
Doctor,
this is a custom shirt. I need to get new shirts now, dude. 20 years, God bless. PhD weight loss, Dr. Ashley Lucas, you made it happen for me and my wife.